In this video, we'll be learning how to use the weighting add-in, Easy Envelope. First, we need to done a character that already has a basic armature. Here the bone animation is done, which will be convenient to observation. Let's get started by binding the wing part. First we'll select the wing mesh, and then select the armature. Enter the pose mode. Click the Start button. Then we can see the UI interface. Select the bone, you'll see the envelope of it. Press T to set to default envelope. Ctrl and L to load envelope from file. Here we select the sphere. Press S to scale the envelope. Once envelope shape is setting done, then check the setting on the panel. Due to the weight of wing is distribute like line shape. So we check the line shape. Check the link parent will auto-link armature as parent after calculation. Cause we are weighting mesh from 0, rather than weighting from existing weight. So we select remove option. Cause the wing is 3 loose part. We don't want the close bone to affect whole wing. So we select the follow loose part. After all the setting done, select the bone we want to bind. Press C to start calculation. After calculation is done, we can check the process and result at the info bar. Here, we can see that no vertex has been missed. Then selecting bone, we can see each bone's calculation result, the corresponding vertices and weight. Press G will hide the envelope edge. Enter the pose mode to checking result. Next, we move on to bind the cloak in a similar manner. Select the mesh, and select the armature. Enter pose mode. Click Start button. Select the bone we want to bind. Load the envelope we want. Scale to fit the vertices. You can select only one bone, and press V to fast check the vertices inside the envelope. Press C to calculate. Calculation is done, and we can see there are 300 vertices has been missed. Now, we can press P to check the missed vertices. The missed vertices is gathered in the lower part. That is because we checked the follow loose part. My cloak mesh is not a linked mesh. The upper part and lower part is separated. So we need to uncheck this option to make sure the mesh a whole. Calculate again. Here's still 18 vertices at the upper. Checking out the envelope shape. They are not included by envelope. Scaling to include the vertices. Then recalculate again. We can see no vertices are missed. Enter pose mode to check result. Moving on to the hair. Initially, the hair mesh is bind on the head bone. We need to use mix mode of this addon to get a gradient weight. We should paint a gradient weight for the head bone first. Enter weight paint mode. If we want to clear the deform weight, you can use the button of this addon to remove all deform weight of selected vertices. Select the head bone. Painting a gradient weight for head bone. Front mesh is painted, also need to remove again. Painting with the side mesh. Using the mask to avoid painting on other mesh. Painting with hair bangs. And to braid. Now checking the gradient weight of head bone. The red part is affected by head bone, blue part is affected by the hair bone, and the gradient part will be filled to 1 by addon calculation. Let's get started. Select hair mesh, then select armature. We need to select the back hair vertices of the mesh first. Click Start button. Here we should check the selected vertices only, so that this addon will process the vertices which weight is less than 1. Select the bone we want to bind. Scaling. Here we check the follow we loose part. 'cause the hair clusters are separated. We don't want them to form together. Press C to calculate. There are 2 thundered vertices missed. Checking on it, the missed part is head bone affected part. Enter pose mode to check result. Going on another part. Select hair mesh, then select armature. Make sure the vertices we want to bind is selected. Click Start button. Select the bone we want to bind. Press C to calculate. Checking missed vertices by pressing P. Scaling envelope to include the missed vertex. Recalculate. And going on to the braid. Select armature. Enter pose mode. Select the braid bones. Click Start to enter UI. Load the envelope we want. Scaling to fit the vertices. Using Mix option. Checking the missed vertices. We check the follow loose part, and the braid is not a linked mesh, so we need to uncheck this option. Recalculate. Then the separated part is successfully calculated. Enter pose mode to check result. The hair part is done. Lastly, moving on to the skirt. Checking the weight first. Because it's a dress, which is upper and lower is connected. So the weight should make a gradient to smooth upper and lower. Enter the weight paint mode to check weight. Here we get a solid weight. We need to make a linear gradient. Enter edit mode. Select the part we want to process. And remove all deform weight. Enter the weight painting mode. Using gradient brush. Once get a gradient weight, enter the addon interface. Select the skirt mesh, then select the armature. Enter pose mode. Click Start button. Select the bones we need to bind. Load the envelope you want. Using sphere. Cause the skirt mesh is surface-like mesh, so select the face shape to get a better gradient result. Select Mix option. Press C to calculate. There are 24 vertices missed. It may be because that these vertices' deform weight is greater than 1, so the addon ignore them. Enter the pose mode to check result. By the end of this process, we've successfully assigned physical weights to the entire character. And thanks for watching.